nice. You hear me? Good morning, folks. No preview today. I'm ready. And let's freaking go. Waiting for me. Do. Yay, it works. Good morning. Hello. Let's do okay here. Let's put this over there. Alright, so, and I'm just going to check NVIDIA broadcast because I decided not to put on a microphone today. Webcam. I think the microphone on here is pretty good. I'm going to pull out my regular phone. I'm going to check NVIDIA broadcast. Hope everyone's good. I'm going to check the chat because I'll be away from it. Hope everyone is good. Everyone is having a nice day. What do we do? I want to open the chat from Twitch. There we go. Hey, morning viewer. We have a viewer already. Hello. Okay, we're just checking the sound quality. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad either. Hello viewer, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Alright, new alert box, that works. Okay, cool. Let's open our usual app called VirtualBox. This is where we're going to do all our hacking today. There's one thing left that we wanted to do, which is understanding a box that we spent a bit of time on. Then once this is done, we can create our own AI, our very own AI. Pretty exciting stuff. Oh, one sec, what's up with my pants here? They're getting a bit rigid. Did I iron them wrong or something? Well, my pants are getting a bit old. I don't know what material it is. 4 viewers already. Well, damn. Hello, morning everyone. Creating our today the plan is that we are going to finish a box that we saw the other day and that we started the other day. There we go. You're seeing the right screen. We started the other day and we're going to create our own AI. The reason why we're going to create our own AI is twofold. One, I think we need an AI for hacking. One that's not always telling us, oh yeah, I can't help you with that. And maybe we can find it there. And another thing is we want to understand how AI works. Because if we understand how it works, what are the different parameters, we're going to be able to hack it better. All of us. Me and you. So it's a good point. Alright folks. So this is the box we're working on this whole time. It's been, I think, about a week that we started working on it. And it turns out the machine was kind of a prompt injection machine. You had to kind of do prompt injection for it. Honestly, I think we're going to leave it there. We spent so much time on it already. That we got it. Okay, whatever. Let's skip this. Vamos. And then we're going to go create our own AI, folks. Whatever. We're going to go back on this eventually. Alright. So, folks, we have a ton. I want to explore a bit this platform here. I'm not sure what we need here. Let's ask ChatGPT to create a guide. Well, let's see if there's a guide on the internet. Guide for using Hugging Face. So, folks, Hugging Face is a platform. Do you have it in not video format? Okay, quick start. We recommend creating a Hugging Face account. Alright, choosing and implementing Hugging Face models. Perfect. Let's have something third party telling us how it works. Let's see how it works. 8-minute read from November 1st, 2024. It is a while ago. Hey, nice, it's a lady. Okay, and it features a dog in a box. That's pretty good. Be the first to know about her stories. Alright. I've been having a lot of fun in my daily work recently, experimenting with models from the Hugging Face catalog, and I thought this might be a good time to share what I've learned and give the readers some tips for how to apply these models with a minimum of stress. Well, we're not stressing. Are you folks stressing? I think we good. My specific task recently involved looking at blobs of unstructured text data. Think memos, emails, free comments, free text comments fields, etc., and classifying them according to categories that are relevant to a business use case. There are tons of ways you can do this, and I've been exploring as many as I can feasibly do, including simple stuff like pattern matching and lexicon search, but also expanding to use pre-built neural network models for a number of different functionalities, and I've been moderately surprised with the result. Moderately pleased. I've been moderately pleased with the results. I've been moderately pleased with the results. Doesn't this make you want to read the article? Yeah, we did something, and the outcome was okay. I'm moderately pleased. I think the best strategy is to incorporate multiple techniques and different forms of ensembling to get the best of the options. I don't trust these models necessarily to get things right often enough, and definitely not constantly enough, to use them solo, but combine them with basic techniques they can add to the signal. Choosing the use case. For me, I've mentioned the task is just to take blobs of text, usually written by human, with no consistent format or schema, and try to figure out what category applied to that text. I've taken a few different approaches outside of the analysis method mentioned earlier to do that, and these range from very low effort to somewhat more effort on my part. These three of strategies that work so far. Ask the model to choose a category. Okay. I mean, we're fine without it. We're fine without understanding what you specifically did. We just need to understand how the platform works. This is some of the most fun, looking through the Hugging Face catalog for models. At Hugging Face Models, you can see a gigantic assortment of models available, which have been added to the catalog by users. I have a few tips and a piece of advice on how to select wisely. Wonderful. Look at the download and like numbers. Don't choose something that has not been tried and tested by a decent number of users. You can also check out the community tab on each model page to see if users are discussing challenges or reporting bugs. Investigate who uploaded the model, if possible, and determine if you find them trustworthy. This person who trained and tuned the model may not know what you're doing, and the quality of your results will depend on them. Okay. Read the documentation closely and skip models with little or no documentation. You'll struggle to use them effectively anyway. Use the filters on the side of the page and narrow down to models suited to your task. The volume of choices can be overwhelming, but they are well organized, categorized to help you find what you need. Most model cards often offer a quick test you can run to see the model's behavior, but keep in mind that this is just one example and is probably one that was chosen because of the model's good at finds cases pretty easily. Okay, incorporating into your code. Once you find a model you like, it's easy to get going. Click the Use Model function button on the top right on the model card page, and you'll see some of the choices and how to implement. If you choose the Transformers option, you'll get some instructions that look like this. Please use dark mode. Wow, we're going to do some Python, folks, I think, huh? If a model you select is not supported by Transformers library, there may be other techniques like... Okay, I think this is going to be coming from the documentation. Preparing interference data. Everyone said... this will return a list of dicts. I think this means dictionaries. And each of those dicts will contain the key possible labels. If you prefer not to use a pipeline, do something like this instead, but you'll have to run it once for each label. I don't understand what labels are. Did you understand? Code examples. Take a closer at a zero-shot classification I've noted above. This involves using pre-trained model to classify a text according to categories that it hasn't been specifically trained on, in the hopes that it can use its learned semantics embeddings to ensure similarities between the text and the label terms. So we're learning a list of dictionaries, and each of those dictionaries will contain keys for the purposes of labels, the values of probability of each label. You don't have to use the pipeline I've done here, but it makes multi-labeling zero shot a lot easier than manual writing code, and it returns the result of implementing. Okay. Tune it or not, you probably have noticed I haven't liked. I do this in the future, but I'm limited to the fact minimal label training to do work at this time. Wow, this is advanced stuff. Computation and speed. Performance has been an interesting problem, as I've run all my experience on my local laptop so far. Naturally, using these models from Hugging Face will be much more compute intense and slower than the basic strategies like regex and lexicon search, but provides signal that can't be achieved in any other way. So find ways to optimize it can be worthwhile. All the models are GPU enabled, and this is very easy to push them on to run on the GPU. If you want to try it on your GPU quickly, review the code I've shown above. Let's see what is CPU substitute in CUDA if you have GPU available in your programming environment. Damn, folks. We'll see if it works, huh? Well, Stephanie, you just kind of made us scared about it a bit. We weren't stressed before, but now we are. Alright, let's see models. I wanted to understand best Hugging Face models for penetration testing. Oh, I've just scratched a mosquito bite. Oh, I feel so good. You shouldn't do that, folks, but how I found the best LLM for my AI penetration testing. Let's see what we got here. A project, the best large model to run a synthetic red team. Wow. I like working with hardware and software. I enjoy pushes EDR to its limits. One of my projects, I designed an environment and AI-driven modular pet testing framework. I want it to be open source, easy to understand, and utilize open source LLMs. I used to almost any LLM has some level of knowledge of vulnerability concepts in its training, so I cared more about how to architect the application than what model to use. I was not expecting to know the entire exploit DB or the content of hack tricks, but at least the logic behind it. Okay, that's good. Bro should type in the enter key. What the fuck? Type enter, bro. Just type enter. Oh, there you go. You do it later. Am I exaggerating, folks, or or should bro actually type enter? I decided to create an agentic loop with a continuous cycle of observation, orientation, decision, and action, driven by the large language model. Essentially, an agent in the target system feeds the C2 server sufficient information to compromise it. The agent provides basic data about the host, and then the server proposes a command to be run by the agent. The agent returns a specific response to the C2. The server analyzes the result and sends another command based on the response and the previous one, and continues until the agent response reveals that the target has been compromised. Not rocket science, but have to face multiple challenges. For example, I think that this guy is more into, I'm not sure if it's a guy actually. Yeah, Maurizio. I think this guy's more into what is it called? This guy's more into he's more into using it for hacking itself than for as a help penetration testing. That's right, assistant. All right, let's see this one. Math 23. Oh, well, really? Ay, ay, ay. Pentest AI, okay, is a cutting-edge model focused on offensive and defensive cybersecurity tasks. Okay, nice. You agree to not violate any applicable laws, use models for military purposes, harm minors. Yeah, no, we would never do that. Generate or share personal identify information without authorization. Okay, engage in activities that result in discrimination or harm. Okay. Let's see what it is. Canstralian Pentest AI is a cutting-edge model focused on offensive and defensive cybersecurity tasks designed for penetration testing, reconnaissance, and task automation. Built on a 13 billion parameter model. Wow. It is made available to showcase its capabilities and assess the societal impact of such technologies. Damn. So here's how it works. How do I perform an escalation attack? Okay. How do I perform DNS spoofing? Mm-hmm. And map scanning, okay. I think it could be a great compliment to ChatGPT, no? Whenever we struggle with something. Distorted projection at gmail.com. Distorted projection. Let's see, how many likes does it have and stuff? 17 likes. Use this model, deploy. Google Cloud, Amazon, Microsoft. Can I use this model already? Google Colab. Kaggle. And my neck hurts from this place. It's not good, huh? I'm already 15 minutes into the stream, my neck hurts. Whoa. I really don't like traveling and streaming. I love streaming. I'm okay with traveling. Community, 2 likes. Opened about a year ago. 1 comment. What did they say? Model not available. Hey, I received the error trying to use the model. Not something wrong with it. Okay, well, this does not seem very encouraging about this data set. Text generation transformers. Let's see about some of the best models out there on the platform, just for fun, just trying to see what they're best at. Text to speech. There's 44 filters here. Depth estimation, object detection, text to image, image to image, image to video. Wow, you can create your own image to video. Image classification. Text classification, question answering, translation, feature extraction, text generation, sentence text ranking, audio. Ooh, text to speech. I'm actually kind of interested in this one. Text to speech, what does it look like? Wow, there's some with 7 million downloads. Caucus XXTV2. Text to speech, updated this time. Sort by trending. If one has 5 billion uses, is that it? S2 Pro. Does this mean that you have to pay for it? I'm just kind of interested. After we're just browsing for our own understanding of it. Fish Audio S2 Pro. Fine grain control. Astonish it's alive. What's up? How amazing. High speed streaming. Supports long context interference. Multi-speaker, multi-turn. Really? Wow. And this is all free? I don't get it. Why would people just like randomly give us all this stuff for free? Fish Audio S2 Pro is a leading text-to-speech TTS model with fine-grained inline control of a prosody and emotion. Trained on over 10 million hours of audio across 80 plus languages, the system combines reinforcement learning aligned with a dual autoregressive architecture. What is dual autoregressive architecture? The release includes the model's weights, fine-tuning code, and SG lang-based streaming interference engine. God damn, folks. God damn. My neck hurts. We're 20 minutes in this. Woof. Alright, I love it. I'm not sure about you folks. I'm loving this. About learning this. So S2 Pro decoder based on the transform with our qubit audio codec, Tenubuk, slow AR, operates along the time axis and predicts the primary semantic codebook. Fast AR generates the remaining 9 residual codebooks at each time step reconstructing fine-grained acoustic details. God damn. I want to use these. It's not how it should work, right? You shouldn't be like, oh, how can I incorporate models into my life? It should be more like, oh, I have this problem. Can AI help me with it? But this looks really good. Files parameters. Yeah, this one's a 5.5.5.0 fish audio. I want to understand a bit of business model a bit. Why would someone spend a lot of time making AI models and publishing them onto Hugging Face? It's really just for fun, though it can be part of it. Reputation and career growth. Publishing models is like open source street cred. If your model gets attention, downloads, or is reused by others, it becomes a public portfolio. It can directly lead to jobs, consulting work, recognition of the AI community. Contributing to open science. Many researchers believe AI should be transparent and reproducible. Sharing models lets others verify results, build on them, and accelerate progress instead of reinventing the wheel. Building a user-based ecosystem. Startups and indie developers often release models to attract users. If people depend on your model, you can later monetize through APIs, premium versions, or services around it. Learning by doing and showing it. Yeah, it's kind of like an open portfolio. It's kind of like a GitHub, really. Yeah, it's just like GitHub. Like, here's my stuff. Check it out. Solving a niche problem. Some models target a very specific use case. Medical imaging, rare languages, yeah, okay. Legal text. Even though the audience is small, it can be incredibly valuable to that niche. Community feedback and improvement. Once a model is public, others test it in ways you don't expect. The feedback loop helps improve the models faster than working in isolation. Research visibility and citations. In academia, publishing a model alongside a paper increases impact. More people use it, more citations, better academic standing. That's really cool. Personal motivation, curiosity. Some people just enjoy the challenge. Training models like solving a complex puzzle with real-world impact. Kind of like hacking, right? So what can we do, folks? Let's look on Hugging Face if there's a pen testing model. Let's see what there is here. Okay, we're Marcher, 4 likes. Man, it's a pretty small community, yeah. Yeah, I have to scratch myself. my mosquito bites are pretty bad. Models, okay. Can I just see a bunch of pen testing ones? pen testing. Model 1 match, okay. There's 499 results. Okay, library pandas, okay, panda's really good. ML croissant, region US, okay, that's okay. Vulnerability, CVE exploitation, reality, MITRE attack. Pen testing methodology on vulnerability analysis and pen testing Q&A is built to be the pen tests pipeline. Focus on common pen testing tools, limited to available pen testing scenarios. What does that mean? Let's see it. Let's see it. Readme.md. It's a data set. My God. There's 6 models. Okay, 49 downloads. 3 downloads. My God. Jason O'Neill, building on hat, hugging face. Oh, folks, it's really bad, the itching. Because I didn't itch until this morning. Ah. Alright, pen testing agent or data sets. There's models and data sets. Jason, alright, sec GPT base. Require models, my God. How am I supposed to work on this? Recently uploaded, follow blue.it, Jason Allen, one reel. Dataset and models, let's see. Pen testing again. So let's ask what models, data space, and spaces mean. I see that there are models, databases, and where were we? And spaces available. How do we know which to implement? What are they? In Hugging Face models database, you call databases. Datasets, you call them databases. Yeah, okay. And spaces are 3 core building blocks, but they serve different roles. Think of it all like a full AI ecosystem. Okay, models like the brain. Folks, I hope it makes sense to you. For me, I'm learning a lot. I'm not sure if it's the best way for you folks to learn. But yeah, this is how it works. You input layer and it gives you an output. Like, how does it work? Then, I don't know. I'm not even sure I understand it fully. Probably not. What the heck? It's for... Okay, this is different images. You input them. And it goes to different... It goes to an encoder. Okay. And it gives a final classification, a numeric identification. Okay. God, I have no idea how this works. A model is the actual AI system that makes predictable or generates output. Examples: text generator like ChatGPT style models, image classifiers, speech to text. What it contains: learned weight. Okay, so a model is the learned weight of the knowledge architecture, how it works. You use models to do something: generate text, classify images, translate text, etc. Data sets. A data set is a collection of data used to train or evaluate models. Yeah. A folder of labeled cat dog images. A huge text corpus, books, articles, code, medical scans with diagnoses. You can use data tests to teach or test models. Think, learn patterns. Dataset provides examples. Spaces, the app's demos. There's a toy model to play with Irish flowers and two setosa. Very can you get what the heck? You can classify iris flowers. So these are 3 types of iris flowers based on seedal petal and length width. So you can measure different things and find the type of iris it is. A 10% promo for new customers. Would you like to get one now? Yes, sure. Cool. What's your email address then? A space is an interactive app built around a model, usually made with Gradio, Streamlit. Examples: chatbot you can talk to, UI, image generation, UI, voice transcription demo. Okay. Okay, well, actually spaces are interesting because I have no idea. A space is an interactive map built around a model, usually made with Gradio, Streamlit. Okay. Chatbot you can talk to, image generated UI, voice transcription demo. You can use spaces to showcase or interact with models. I'm still not sure what it means though. How they connect. Databell model spaces, okay. Datasets trains the model. Models power the app. Spaces lets people use it. Okay, so it's an interface. Okay. Let's try again. Penetration testing. Okay. Preware prox 10 GPT 6.7b. Penetration test uncensored. Okay. 2 matches. Okay, let's see this one. It's a model. Has 1 like. Folks, it seems like downloading AI for hacking is not really that much of a thing. I mean, I don't mind too much if it's too much of a thing. It's just that, you know, what if we run into problems? Who's going to help us? Especially on a first time creating a model. Maybe you can just use a model just in general. Let's try to install a model. It doesn't have to be about text generation or anything. This one's Claude 4.6 Opus. Reasoning distilled. Uploaded 10 days ago. 27B. God, this is going to be huge, no? We should start with a small one, I think. Text to speech. Is there a community of people that are saying, that are showing you how it works and showing you in videos? New open emotional text to speech model was yesterday uploaded. Well, it's 2 weeks old, the model, 10 days, so. Wow, we're discovering a new community. Let's see, new state of the art. I'm not seeing this thing either, huh? Everyone says.
going on today, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a fantastic new text-to-speech model released by Fish Audio. So this is Fish Audio S2. They have open sourced this model, so you can go and download the weights and inference with it locally. But the coolest thing for me is that they have this fine-grained control that we're going to be exploring in today's video, and I'm excited to show you guys that. So just some things about the model. It's been trained on 10 million hours of audio with approximately 50 or more languages, and the biggest thing for me at least is that it has fine-grained inline control via natural language. So
See how it sounds.
just to kind of emphasize different points, and we'll take a listen to them. So here we go. So this is without any inline tags.
You have been quiet all day, and it is starting to worry me. Is there something on your mind?
Versus inline tags.
You have been quiet all day, and it is starting to worry me. Is there something on your mind?
So
Oh, damn.
obviously you can tell there
It
it
works,
sounds
huh?
so much better with the inline tags, in at least in my opinion, where you're able to add emphasis to other spots. And that's just one example. So let's go ahead and continue along here. We've got a different speaker that's kind of got more of a bright kind of tempo versus the previous speaker. So let's take a listen to this. This is no prompt.
If you want, we can wait a little longer and talk through it before everyone gets here tonight. Only if you still want to, of course.
Then this is with inline prompts.
If you want, we can wait a little longer and talk through it before everyone gets here tonight. Only if you still want to, of course.
So that is night and day, in my opinion, between the sample that I would probably use. So let's just keep going through this. We
Oh,
have a
yeah.
bunch to listen to here.
God
So
damn. Nice. This guy's using the web interface. It's kind of different from the full thing we're used to. We're having open VOID penetration testing. Maybe prox llama. Obliterated? What do you mean? Downloads last month 5. Prox llama is uncensored fine-tune of llama instruct tailored for specific applications in code generation and cybersecurity. Code generation, code explanation, answering questions on hacking techniques and cybersecurity, providing coding projects and sites. The model was fine-tuned on proprietary data from OpenVoid, featuring high-quality text related to coding, cybersecurity, and hacking. Extensive filtering and pre-processing ensure data quality and relevance. Import torch, okay. Import transformers. Damn, I have no idea how this works. Let's check it out, shall we, folks? Is there a danger to downloading this? I guess so, no? 0 likes. Can we maybe filter our search by most popular or something? Because that's great, having 10,000 searches. Let's just do models. Languages. Okay, we want a small one. Can we search then for here? Man, the searching is pretty poor, I think, huh? Holy moly, 124 billion. I'm not sure how good this virtual machine will be at processing stuff. Because also the virtual machine doesn't have access to the full host, right? Text to image, text to speech, image to image. What does image to image do actually? Need to agree to share your contacts information to this repository is publicly accessible. You have to accept the conditions. Files access. Okay. You can make him go on a skateboard. Oh, I can combine different things. Flux. This is an optimized variant of Flux 2 with cache support for accelerated multi-reference editing. This variant caches key value pairs for reference images during the first denoising step, eliminating redundant computation steps for master. Okay, whatever. Or you can make a broccoli out of someone. It's pretty sick. Do. Black Forest Labs. God damn. Fire red team. Nice, folks. So many cool things we can do. Filter by name. Okay, there we go. We can filter by name. That's really good. Alright, so let's go over here. Filter by name. Penetration. Ear fuck, penetration, brain fuck, Laura. Hyperpenetration, stomach bulge. Okay, that's not what we into. Penetration test. Okay, automation AI, black radio, penetration testing suite. Maybe pen test is best. Test. Pentest GPT model. 1 like, updated text generation socket. Pentest. Can we filter by trending, by most likes maybe? 38, that's the most one. Alright, I guess maybe cyber is just a small community, you know? Or is, no, that doesn't make sense. We're pretty big now. And we're very much into AI. Why don't we have more of it? Pentest AI is an innovative assistant for penetration testing. We used the OpenERMIS 2.5 Mistral 7 model. We jailbroke it, fine-tuned it with commands popular for Kali Linux Toolbox, and are now able to provide guided, actionable steps and command automation for performing deep pen tests. The innovative pen testing offers a cutting-edge solution for penetration testing by leveraging the modified OpenERMIS 2.5 Mistral 7B model. This model has been uniquely jailbroken and fine-tuned with commands. Okay, you're saying the same thing twice, aren't you? Guided penetration testing, command automation, adaptive learning, ethical framework. Through the process, Pentest AI emphasizes adherence to ethical standards, ensuring that your penetration testing practices are responsible and legally compliant. User-friendly interaction. Okay. That's good. That's what we want, no? That's 38 likes. That's pretty good. PyTorch, Transformer. What is it from? It's from a bit ago, no? From 2023 or something? From 2024. That's good. Armour AI is the author of it. Sadly, she got me. Hey viewers, just a heads up if you joined us recently, what we're doing right now is we're looking for an ideal model to learn to pen test with, a co-pilot that will never say no to our ethical hacks. So yeah, it looks like we found a pretty good contender there that has a whole 36 likes. is from about a year ago, 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty good. Activity feed. Okay, so this person, just created a bunch of models around pen testing. It's 3 data sets. Okie dokie. Pen testing AI. How do I deploy this? It says deploy here. What can we do about it? We can point it to SageMaker. That sounds kind of expensive. Can we just do it on a local endpoint? Or a local machine? For more detail and to access the tool, visit to the GitHub repository. Okay. Let's see. Oh wow. Things were uploaded yesterday, 3 days ago yesterday. Bro's really taking care of this. README. For authorized security testing, bug bounty programs, CTF competitions, and educational research. That's what we into. That's what we into. Perfect. Stars, Go, License Apache, AI, Claude, Olama. Pentest Swarm AI is a Go native platform that deploys coordinated Swarm specialist AI agents to automatically perform full cycle pen tests. Each agent is purpose-built for a specific phase, recon, classification, exploitation, reporting, and the Swarm orchestration coordinates them in real time using React reasoning loop. One command, one API key, a full pentest report. Holy moly! Holy moly! This is not what we into. This is not what we came for. We came for an AI assistant, and this is it here. So how do we do this? PyTorch. Files. What do we do here? Safe? Okay, what does it mean safe? Verified. README. Okay, let's see README here. Base model, Mistral, Pentest AI, innovative TED. Okay, Pentest. Ethical framework, user-friendly interaction. You can interact seamlessly with Pentest AI and conclude your session anytime by typing exit or hacked upon successfully compromising the target machine. Damn, this seems really useful. Code, raw, download, copy link. Contribute blame. Is blame delete? The fuck? Choo-doo, 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 choo-doo. 2 contributors. Okay, history 6 commits. There's 2 people remaking it. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT how I can implement it. I found a model I'd like to implement. How do I get started? Nice. That's actually a pretty serious model. It looks and the easy first run. Not an easy first run. I'll walk you through them practically, not just theory. What you're dealing with. Armor's a 29 gigabyte download. Holy moly. These emojis look really creepy. Designed to guide penetration testing using Kali tools. Translation. This is a large local language model, not something that usually run on a laptop unless you're prepared. No. Decide how you want to run it. You have 3 realistic options. Option 1, easiest, API hosted. Use Hugging Face Interface API, no heavy hardware needed, but this mostly currently is hosted by default providers. So option is limited here. Option B, local. Full model hardest. Download full 7B model, 29 gigabytes. Run with PyTorch transformer. Needs strong GPU. Strong GPU is equal to around 16 gigabytes VRAM ideally, or very slow CPU interference. We do have a GPU on our computer. It's not that good. Let me give ChatGPT the specs on my computer, and then we can decide. About your PC. There we go. So let's see. We're gonna feed this to ChatGPT, and then we'll see if we can run this. i7 10870. My specs, 16 GB RAM, CPU i7 10 8 10. Is it 810? No, 10 8. Let's see, folks, if I have the required power for this. 10 870. I think the most important is the GPU. Multiple graphic card, 6 GB. Installed RAM, 16. Okay. Can I see more about the graphic card? Fig card. I don't think so. Specs. About. I have multiple GPUs installed. I wonder what that means. Realistically, multiple GPUs. Remote device manager. Hardware properties. Maybe this will give me more info. Processors. Intel Core, no. GPU, maybe it's under graphic. Firmware, no, it's not that. Display, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060. NVIDIA GeForce 2060. Does it have a chance of running? Let's just see what it says after that. Alright, with your setup, you can run this model, but not the full version. You'll need a quantized, compressed version of and the right tooling. Woof! Folks, we're not, full model won't run properly. Transformer plus PyTorch GPU VRAM is too small. GPU quantized model, Llama or Llama, best option. Easiest setup, Ollama, recommended. Step 1, install Ollama. Run a similar pen testing model. The exact model you found isn't pre-packaged for Ollama, but you can. Option A, Ollama run Mistral. This gives you a solid base model immediately. Option B, better advanced. Import a GGUF version of Pentest AI. If you download a GGUF file, create a file called model file, then run Ollama create Pentest AI F model file. Ollama run Pentest AI. Alternative, llama ccp.ccp. Ooh, I've heard about this. Llama.ccp. more control. Download or GitHub or use VW. Brew install llama CCP bash run model llama CLI m pentest guf. How to open? I don't get it. Dude, this is complicated, folks. What the fuck? Oh, not very comfortable here. I don't know if you see me anymore. Oh. Oh. Doon doon. Doon doon. Alright. So what do we got here? What is llama CCP? CPP. Let llama CCP more control. Brew install llama run model. What setting to use? Important. Use Q4 or Q5 quantification. Quantization. Context size this. Performance expectations. Be realistic. First response slow. Tokens, that's fine. 5 to 15 seconds. Token speed. 5 to 10 tokens per second, but totally usable. Important note, seriously, this model is trained for penetration testing, so only use it on your own machines, CTR platforms, no random targets. Okay, yeah, no random targets. My honest recommendations, instead of jumping straight into pentest AI, start with Olama Run Mistral. You'll get 8% value with less pain setup. If you want next level, set up a full hacking assistant chat UI memory plus tools, connect it to your Kali Linux, or just fine. Want to understand what Olama is about and about my options in the future. Well, the options it already gave us in the future. Let's make it this big again. It already said what we could do later. Simple analogy. Okay, this we understood. Pentest 29 get download. Okay. Designed to penetration testing using Kali tools. It's currently not hosted by default providers. Okay. Local full model hardest. Run with PyTorch transformers. Need strong GPU. A very slow CPU reference. Option C, local recommended. Use a quantized version. Much easier, smaller. Runs with tools like llamas.ccp or olama. Still usable for testing. Okay. You can also do that. You can gguf convert this module. Also, what is a gguf conversion of a model? Step by step, install basics, pim install transformers, torch accelerate. Folks, I understand it's not the same when we're traveling versus when we're streaming at home. I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable at home. I could do more things more easily. It's just I have to travel for work sometimes. What if I turn it off? It's still okay. And I think it's the last time in a little bit. I might have to travel one more time next month, or 2 more times. But hopefully we can. We can do something about it. We can. Yeah, we can. We will be over with it soon. Olama is about. Understand what Olama is about? What is gguf conversion of a model? Okay. Let's see. I'm understood to these things. I think this is basically like pruning. Folks, I did courses on AI in 2020. during COVID time, just before AI was about to explode, and we learned about pruning, which is a process where you cut certain nodes of the model so that it's one thing is that it becomes lighter, and the other thing is that it also makes fewer, what is it called, hyper training, yeah. Okay, good question. Think of Olama as the engine that runs AI models on your computer. Downloads models for you. Okay. Olama as the engine that runs AI models on your computer. What it does, it runs models for you, runs them locally, no cloud needed, gives you a simple CLI or API to talk to them. It's basically Docker for AI models. Okay. Example, what using it feels like. Olama run Mistral and instantly ask me anything. Okay. No Python, no setup headaches. Okay, that's really cool. So Olama is basically what's happening under the hood. Olama pulls a model like Mistral, loads it using optimized runtime based on llama.cpp. What is optimized runtime? It's like it tells you how long it runs. I'm not sure. Handles memory plus GPU usage automatically, lets you interact with it like ChatGPT. Okay. Why people use it? Zero config compared to raw Hugging Face. Works well on consumer GPUs like your RTX 2060. Great for building local AI apps. What is GGUF model? It's the other half of the puzzle. Definition simple. A GGUF file is a compressed, optimized version of a model made for fast local interference. Why GGUF exists? Original models like the one you found is a huge, 20 to 100 gigabytes. Stored in PyTorch format that require heavy framework. GGUF converts them into smaller files, faster loading, compatible with lightweights and runtime. Think of it like this. Okay, raw this, huge and heavy, small and efficient, needs big GPU, runs on normal PCs. What conversion means? That's interesting. When someone says GGUF conversion of a model, they mean take original model, Hugging Face format, quantize it, reduce precision, 4-bit, export as GGUF. Does that make sense to you folks? I feel like it's still for me. It's like you decrease the functionality, right? Quantization. Let's see what it's all about. Example, FP16 original, very accurate, very big. Q4 GGUF, smaller, less accurate. Trade-off, less size equals less accurate, but often worth it. Okay, it's like, it's reducing the size of a model. Maybe we can do this eventually as well. But I think chat is right that we want to first set up Olama and then work with it instead of just going with this one blindly. We can save this one though for later time. Simple mental model. Hugging Face is equal to model library, GGUF optimized format. Olama runtime to execute if you want. Next. How to build a local penetrating AI assistant. Let's see. I think I still want to use this eventually as well. I think it could be worth it to have an uncensored AI thing. It's so annoying to not be able to just learn freely. And beyond just jailbreaking it, I think it's nice us also to be able to have something that specializes in this, right? Because it's been fine-tuned for it. What is optimized runtime? The software layer that actually executes the model. With optimization, when you run a model with PyTorch, loads full precision weights. Uses a general purpose GPU operations. Flexible but heavy. Think Swiss Army knife, powerful but not efficient. Optimized runtime like Olama, llama.ccp, CPP. An optimized runtime is designed specifically to run LLMs fast, use less memory, work on consumer hardware. What makes it optimized? Sorry, I didn't quite get it. With optimization, what Hugging Face does, when you run a model with PyTorch, loads. I kind of want to understand what PyTorch freaking is. What is PyTorch? Introduce the different elements in the ecosystem. This is the layer where things start to click. PyTorch is a machine learning framework used to build, train, and run neural networks. In simple terms, it's the tool developers use to create AI models. And I think it's not just large language models. I think I've used it in my degree as well. Handles math, tensors, multidimensional arrays. Uses GPU acceleration, URTX 2060. Lets you define neural networks. Trains models on data, run interference, makes predictions. Tiny example, conceptual. Import torch. Torch.sensor this y is equal to x times 2. That's a tensor operation. Core building block of AI. The PyTorch ecosystem, big picture. Think of PyTorch as the engine, but it's simple, sits inside a much bigger system. Okay, core PyTorch, the foundation. You know it's advanced when it talks in deltas. When it talks in deltas. Progress bar epoch ended. Okay, this includes torch, torch.nn neural network, torch.optim training algorithm. Used then when you build research from scratch, you research experimentation. Okay, transformers, model layers. Layer norm, multi-layer perception. I have no idea how this works. Input embeddings, then you have 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. Layer norm, multi-perception layer. Output sequence. God. Folks, maybe we can, I'm thinking eventually maybe we could focus on becoming AI penetration testers later on. This is something that we could specialize on. I don't know. Could be fun. Could be fun. This is on top of PyTorch. Pre-built models, GPT, BERT, Mistral, easy loading from Hugging Face. Handles tokenization, interference, etc. Models like the one you found. Fine-tuning existing models. Datasets and tokenizers. Whoa. Zooming in. Okay, so we learned about PyTorch. PyTorch is basically a model that you use for just training in general. I think so. Think of PyTorch as the engine, but it sits inside a much bigger system. So it's the engine. Okay, transformers, model layers. It sits on top of PyTorch. Okay, it sits on top of it. Pre-built models, GPT, BERT, Mistral. Easy loading from Hugging Face. Handles tokenization, interference, etc. What is... Oh my god, we were so beginners, I'm realizing this. Tokenization, interference. Tokenization is when you cut things, no? etc. Explain the flow. Do you folks know about this? For me, it's so new. Database and tokenizers. Ah, there we go. Tokenizers convert text and numbers. Datasets feed data. Okay, so don't waste food. It does subword tokenization. Don't waste food. Okay. Critical because models don't understand text, only numbers. Training and scaling tools. Example, accelerate. Hugging Face. Deep speed, PyTorch lighting. They help train faster, use multiple GPUs, handle large models. Model formats. This is where your earlier question connects. Bin, safe tensors, PyTorch format. So, if that makes sense, folks, let's go to the whole ecosystem again. We have Torch, which is the actual engine. It does the actual training, the execution. It builds the network and executes it, I think. Building masters from scratch. Okay. Then you have transformers, which is a little bit something that's outside of that. It's bigger than that. That it is pre-built models. So like it's the output of the PyTorch and datasets. Okay. Also explain what transformers are and why Mistral gives it out for free. I'm not sure. It seems like counterintuitive, right? One company gives it for free. What the fuck? Great, this is where everything connects into a single pipeline. It walks you through what a flow looks like. Okay, the full flow of AI. Tokenization, we get it, no? Alright, folks, I think I need to finish sooner the stream than usual. I'm gonna take a flight later and I can't have my back destroyed. Tokenization. Converting text into numbers, the model understands. Okay, models don't read words, they read tokens, which are numbers. Ooh, okay. This is really good. AKW, this comes down to this. Uh-huh. I didn't know it worked like that. Tokenization. Converting text into numbers, the models understand. Models don't read words, they read tokens. Input. Scan the target. Scan the target. Okay. Import detail. Tokens are not always full words. Pen testing is pen testing. Okay. This is called subword tokenization. Why it matters. Controls model input size. Context window. Affects cost plus speed. Impacts how well the model understands text. Okay. What are transformers? Transformer is a type of neural network architecture used in modern AI models, GPT, Mistral, etc. Invented in the paper, Attention is All You Need. Oh, that must have been an influential paper, huh? Oh man, Wrench! Wrench, I'm so sorry. Man. Wrench was talking to us on YouTube. Let me get back to him. Are you still online, Wrench? I'm so sorry that you're talking on YouTube. It sucks when I'm traveling. Discord. Wrench, are you still here? I'm so sorry for I think it's him. For him. Don't want to do chat on YouTube when I only have one monitor. It is the downside. It's the main downside of streaming when I travel. No worries, man. I thought that might be the case. So what did some cool stuff? Yo, I am also working on an LLM project. Oh, nice. Relate to OWASP, top 10 LLMs. Yeah, I was saying this is where the lab dock closed and everything. Yeah. So I'm also working. So folks, for those of you on Twitch, they're a little bit confused. I also stream on another platform, but it's perfectly fine. You can feel free. The thing is, usually people chat on Twitch. This is why. But Wrench is one of the few that talks on YouTube, and so I'm gonna read a bit what he's up to and interact with him. Yo, I'm also working on an LLM project related to OWASP Top 10 LLMs. Search for Pentest GPT or CAI. Oh, nice. Or CAI. Okay, Pentest GPT or CAI. There is a Garrock and Hex Strike AI. Just install Olama, install DeepSeek Coder with it. It will give you everything you want. HUI web one like JGPT if you can install it with Web UIB. What the fudge? Web UI. Holy moly. God, Wrench, you're quite proficient in this. Well, Wrench, nice, good stuff. Could they give you everything you want with the good? Wow. There's a Garak and Hextract AI to it. Okay, yo, CyberDuck, you can just install Olama and install DeepSeek Coder with it. It will give you everything you want. A GUI web one like ChatGPT and can install Open Web UI. We can have it on the web. We don't have to though. Invented in the patient. All attention is all you need. My God, what an influential paper, no? Paper. This must have a lot of citations, huh? Let's see. Did you guys ever write academic papers? I had to write one for my master's degree, and we use Google Scholar. There's an H, of course. Scholar. Attention is all you need. How many citations on it? What the fuck? 236,000. My God, these folks have a ton of street cred. A. Vasvani, probably the main researcher behind this. Bro, what the fuck? This guy's super successful. I've actually maybe it's a lady. Deep learning, music transformer. Whoa. God damn. Why, it's an expensive researcher, I think, huh? Woof. Transformers use self-attention. Each word looks at every word to understand context. Okay, example. Scan the target with Nmap. The word scan pays attention to target and map. That's how it understands meaning. Why transformers are powerful. Understanding context, not just sequence. Work in parallel, faster training. Scale extremely well, billions of parameters. What is interference? Interference is equal to running the trained model to generate output. Flow inside inference. Models go into the model, tokens go into the models. Models predict next token. That token is added, repeat until done. Everyone said. Now you're becoming an AI hacker. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Little by little, wrench. Yeah, I think that maybe it's gonna be a good specialty to get into. I'm not sure. It's a challenge. It's a challenge a bit because I don't know. I don't know what I'm specializing in later. I'll open YouTube here. It's kind of a challenge, huh? I mean, are you actually specializing in AI or just doing it for fun, or what's your status, Wrench? I'm opening YouTube. Cyber Doctor learns hacking. I think you can find it from there. Vamos. Oh, live. Ooh. Just gonna open it for the chat. Noise. What does it mean, number one? You have a tag called number one. Ah, top fans. Nice, you're my number one top fan, Wrench. Alright. Putting it all together. Let's go through the pen testing examples. Okay, you type this. Tokens. Okay, so let's go put all that together. Let's actually do pen testing example. You type this. IP address, what should I do? Tokenization. Tokens. Transformer process applies attention, understanding context, IP, testing, and intent. Interference loop, run and map SCSV. This. Okay, output. Why does Mistral AI give models for free? It's not free, it's a strategy. Okay. Competing with big players. Companies like OpenAI, Google, closely use control closed models. Mistral competes by being open, letting developers adopt their models. Ecosystem growth. If thousands of developers use Mistral, more tools built on it, more community improvements becomes a standard. Like how Linux won in servers. Monetization later. They still make money via hosted APIs, enterprise deployments, custom models. Open model is making a marketing funnel, basically. Talent and reputation, releasing strong models attracts researchers, boosts credibility, shows technical leadership. Open versus closed AI war. There's a real divide. Open models, Mistral, and Meta. It's really weird that Meta, of all folks, is that Meta is the one that is being open. I wouldn't think so, but that's yes. Okay, Llama. That's good. Closed models. Open models win on flexibility, local usage, privacy. Mental model. Think of pipelines like this. Tokenization. Translate models into numbers. Transformer understanding relationships. Interference generate responses step by step. Where you are now. You're understanding not just how to run models, but how they actually think. If you want, I can show you a visual step-by-step token prediction demo. How to fine-tune your own penetration testing model. How to hook this into real tools and map Metasploit. We don't really need to hook this into any tools, really. Let's see, do we have anything on any chats on Twitch? Nope. Nope. Folks, we're gonna end it for here for today. It was a shorter stream than usual. Don't want to have it destroyed back before flight. Tomorrow we're back at tomorrow and Friday we're back home. Really nice. Very excited about that. Being home is lovely. And yeah, what else? That's it, folks. That's all there is to it. Thank you very much for following today. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. my time, which is 1 a.m. New York time. I think 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in New Delhi, 10:30, something. It's been lovely having you folks. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Ciao, Wrench. Ciao, everyone watching.